My name is Wayne Parry, and I'm in Kabul in Afghanistan. I'm stranded here. I'm an Australian citizen. I came here on the 30th of May to work. I'm here on a business visa, which is valid until October. My plan was to be here for 2 months only, to fly in, get some work done on behalf of some colleges that I work with in Australia, and to fly out um, by the end of July. Um, I feel let down by the Australian government. The lockdowns in cities in Australia like Melbourne, Sydney, etc., have caused the colleges that I work with to drop me. They can no longer afford me, so I'm stuck here. My other intention of coming here, and of course it's temporary because I totally understand the security situation here, is my teeth are falling out. I have what's called periodontitis, which is a gum disease, and the teeth all fall out. And I'm able to get a really affordable dental treatment here. Believe it or not, it's actually not bad, for much cheaper than what it would cost in Australia. I left Australia. I know that the way I left via New Zealand means that I cannot return, and I don't intend to return. So, for all of those who think that I'm jumping a queue or something, don't bother. That's not me. Um, but have a heart for those people, please. I'm not one of them, but they have every right to return as Australian citizens. I, on the other hand, have no intention of returning while this government is in place, and Australian government, I mean, and while there is a pandemic. I will move on from Afghanistan. I will eventually settle in the UK. But I did not intend on being stranded here. I have a blood condition. If I run out of medication, I'm in big trouble. The blood thinning medication. I'm also autistic, which I might stress because although that doesn't sound like a big deal, um, I cannot deal with situations like this. I came here to do a job, not to fight against government departments in Australia. People in Afghanistan have been wonderful here to me. I feel totally welcome and supported, and it'll be sad when I have to leave, but the situation, well, that demands that very soon. Um, but because I'm stranded here, I cannot access finances, access money which I'm entitled to, and the government's been particularly nasty about this. And I have no other solution but to head to what's called the UNHCR and apply for political asylum, based on the fact that my own country doesn't want me back. Not that I want to go back, but there's a draconian law that prevents people from going back. They get imprisoned, and is doing nothing to help me, despite the fact that I've been severely affected by COVID restrictions back in Australia. It's cut off my lifeline pretty much. So yeah, Afghanistan's great, and I feel sorry for what's happening here. And of course, I have to leave as the days unfold rather. The situation gets worse and worse, and it's only a matter of time and weeks, in fact, when the Taliban takes over the capital city of Kabul, where I currently am. It's disgusting that, I mean, there's no Australian embassy here. This was the only embassy that left, that took off, to give the rest of the world a bit of a bad message about how insecure it was. The other embassies are still here. And I might need one of those embassies if my own country cannot do something. And I'm not expecting someone to come in with a helicopter or pay for me to go home. As I said, I don't want to go home. I want my money. I want my access to what I am entitled to. And I hate using the word entitled, but it's really appalling when one of a country's citizen is in a country as precarious as this. And I had no intention of staying this long, but I'm not the cause of lockdowns. I'm not the cause of failures in hotel quarantine in Australia. Other countries don't have this issue. I got into Afghanistan without any problem at all, with a visa, of course, but it's just sensible. Get a COVID test before you arrive here. Show it when you arrive at the airport. Um, it's as simple as that. And I'm at no danger to the people here and to the next country I go to after here. Because once again, take another COVID test, have a vaccination certificate. This is as much as we can do. Fix your quarantine system. Get people vaccinated as quickly as you can and stop punishing people like me. Um, there are things about me that I worry with the health condition that it'll deteriorate, and I don't know what's worse, being kidnapped by the Taliban or running out of a medication here. I don't want either to happen. I want to leave, and I want the Australian government to do the right thing by its own citizens and get its head out of the sand and do exactly what other countries are doing for their citizens, using a bit of empathy. So don't be so cruel and so apathetic. I matter. I do a lot for the Australian economy, and I'm simply here because I needed to leave a country where I didn't feel safe. My mental health didn't feel well, being locked down and having my freedoms taken away. I feel fine here in Kabul compared to Melbourne or Sydney, but I have to leave because that's what the situation demands. So please help me leave, do the right thing, and stop preventing me from moving on to the next country where, just like Afghanistan, I'll still have the same level of freedom and hopefully have my teeth fixed too. So please help me.